It's all right.
Well, yeah, we all do crazy stuff, don't we?
Well, yeah, we gotta do something. I just ain't told them all the things I ain't done.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Yeah, I don't know.
You tell me.
I
I won't
just,
tell nobody.
I just can't remember right now. Me and Ed used to run around all together and double dating. We'd always get along right. And we'd get into a lot of things, but we never would tell nobody. Some things you just don't want to tell. We used to do quite a bit of stuff. Had a good time, though. We was both a little wild, but thankful we made it.
How old were you when you met Mama?
I think I was 20. I think she was 15 when we got married. We went together. She was, I don't know how old she was really. Didn't care. We went together. We really met when she was about 12 years old. So of course, I was too young, but we've had a good life.
When did you know you was gonna marry her?
I don't know. I think I married her. I was 20, she was 15.
Did you know right away when you met her that you were gonna marry her?
No, I didn't know, but she told somebody that I used to go with Joyce, her sister.
Uh-huh.
You know, but one night to see Joyce, and Joyce was gone. I told Joyce, some of these days I'm gonna marry you. And she did. We had a good life, though. Ups and downs like everybody else. But we always worked them out.
Did you have a wedding?
No, we went to a preacher's house and he married us. He told me he used to pastor up here and come and visit us and everything. And I he'd get Mom to sign for me, and both her parents signed for her. But we got married. He told me he wanted to marry me. We've been married. I don't know whatever happened to him. I think he got away from it. He quit preaching. So he married us. So I went down there and me and her and had a little license and everything. And he married us right there down here next to Telford. Kind of hard to find, but I think the house is still standing there. Your mama knows where it's at. But he is a good fellow, and I always liked him. And I was working up at Tennessee Plastic. First job out I really had. He'd come work up there, driving the truck, or he's done the clean up or and hauled trash out.
The preacher did?
Huh?
The preacher did, or?
Yeah.
Wow.
I I think he got away from preaching some way, and I don't know how he ever got, but him and his wife both died, and I think they wind up having trouble. And I know he's buried one place, and she buried another.
Oh, wow.
I think he buried over here where Randy or her daddy's buried. I think it's some little cemetery. Parker Cemetery or something. And her mama got divorced. They tried it again, but they couldn't make it. So they just hung it up. And I remember he went to her funeral. Her daddy. He went to her funeral. He said he's glad they made up. They made up, but they never could live together. He bought him a place, and they tried to live together over there, but they couldn't make it. She had one of these aneurysms or something. They took her to, they had to fly her tonight for to have surgery and everything. And some of them wanted to put them, of course they couldn't take care of them. Some of them wanted to put her in a nursing home. We couldn't really keep her, but Geraldine didn't want to send her in no nursing home.
Yeah.
She said she told her she never wanted to go to nursing. That to me, I thought they might send me one, but I never did want to.
Oh, you know better than that. There ain't no way Mama would ever let anybody send you anywhere like that, or any of the kids.
She insisted on taking care of me. Long as she could.
She loves you very much.
Yeah. Like I said, we had ups and downs. We worked them out.
All marriages do. I said all marriages have ups and downs.
Yeah.
But at least you guys were able to work it out, because a lot of them don't.
Nowadays, they just get divorced.
Yep.
They don't stay married together long enough to work anything. Yeah.
So what kind of advice would you give on being able to stay married? Like if you had some advice to give as far as how to stay married, and what advice would you give?
Whatever you want to do. If you can't work it out, I'd rather best for you just to go separate ways. While you're still young enough to find somebody else if you need to, if you want to. But we just never we didn't really even think about divorce. We told each other we wish we could, but we never could. Never could afford it, no. So we made it all right. I used to, people hardly ever got divorced. They just worked it out and lived together.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they up and go.
Yep.
It's good. Can't get along.
When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Well, really, I wanted to be my brother, when I tell you about the other day, we took care of.
Yeah.
He was a policeman. I always thought I wanted to be a policeman.
Wanted to be a policeman?
It never worked out though, but he enjoyed it. He had a good job at the Eastman one time. He didn't like that inside work. So he kept on, went to college and everything, got him enough education. He got on the police force. I think he always enjoyed that. I know it's a hard job and dangerous sometimes.
Yeah.
But he had a shotgun one time, was sawed-off shotgun. Some man pulled it on him. He took it away from him. Kept it, I think. I don't know what his kids ever done with it.
I wouldn't have gave it back either.
No, they supposed to turn all that things in, but they get along, get away with a lot.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing about it. They can do what they want to. Then he decided he wanted to go and get on the highway patrol. It paid a lot better, and he got to travel a lot. My daddy used to go up and ride around with him.
Oh, really?
He'd let him ride around with him. Well, I guess he was up in age, my daddy was.
He probably thought that was fun.
Yeah, he liked it.
Did you ever get to ride along with them?
Yeah, I went with him a time or two. My mother got sick and they took him to the hospital. He come out this way, he started out this way. The preacher was taking us up there, and we met him, and I got him to stop, and I rode with him. I've been out with him a time or two, and used to go up there and spend some time, and help him build his house. He was actually my hero.
Your hero?
Yeah. Let's just got along good, but he was just somebody I looked up to.
You know, there's a lot of people that look up to you.
I know.
All your kids and your grandkids, and
I guess everybody like that.
a lot of us think that you're our hero.
I know it, and I appreciate it. But I've been through a lot. Me and he had been in a lot, and he caught me my brother's sergeant on the highway patrol. He caught me up there one time, and I jumped, had these young'uns with me. But he let me go and told me if he ever caught me again, he'd put me under the jail.
That scare you enough not to do it anymore?
Yeah, I tried not to. I was still drunk. I just tried to be careful and not let them know it. But they always treated me good. They caught me one time, I think the assistant police chief in Johnson City. I called Newt and they let me make a call. I called Newt and where he's running home, his wife talked to him and he let me go. One time they called me up there and I spent 4 hours Well, pull up in front of used to be what's called Biff Burger. It was an eating place.
Uh-huh.
I've been up New Chin drinking, me and him drunk a few, and I pulled up in front of the drive-through up there and passed out. So they took me to jail, and they kept me for 4 hours and let me out. Fined $20, I think. That's the only time I ever was in jail.
Is that why you worry so much about the kids drinking? And
Uh,
is all that why you worry so much about your kids drinking?
yeah, I never did want them drinking. I know what it can get you into. But Norman come out here the first day I come home. I could smell it on him. I give him a little talking to, and he just slipped up or something bothered him done. And maybe that was the reason I was in the hospital. They've always been good to me. And I ain't smelled it on him since.
I know. I think that talking that you had with him done some good. Cause I think he looks really good, and he's.
Yeah. I think he told Sherry or somebody. Sherry poured it out.
Well, good. Maybe that's what he needed, was a good talking to from you.
He's good. He's always good, but that's his only fault. And they would tell us, but I think that's the reason they got rid of him up there. He stayed there he worked there for 34 years, but they want him like where I used to work, they didn't put up with that.
Yeah.
That's one thing they wouldn't put up with. Somebody told me that boys out here last night, that big boy with the belly.
Yeah.
Virgil Basil, he lives up here on the hill. But I never expected him to be down here though.
That's nice of him to come down, wasn't it? That was nice of him to come down.
Yeah, I'm glad he did. I hadn't saw him enough, I didn't know him. But he's changed a lot. He's up there. Me and Norman up there. Me and Norman, Bob Mitchell, he used to be a good friend. He's up there sawing the wood along the road.
Uh-huh.
We thought it was the counties and it's Berthel's. And he used to be married to this old girl, and his daddy, he was always rough, and he never did like us. Me and Frankie came up there one day and beat shit out of him.
Out of his daddy?
Huh?
Out of his daddy, that guy?
No, not his daddy. He had been married to his daughter. He was with him that day, and he was behind it all, and he pushed everything.
Caused it to happen. He wanted it, caused it to happen.
Well, yeah, he's just a troublemaker back then.
Yeah.
But I think he's all right now. I hadn't talked to him, but he's married one of my nieces. And they called Salvation Army one time. I was taking care of Newt. They told me that Newt was over there eating out a garbage can. He sees something, he just eat it. He found me on the road. He's real bad, but like that. He had a fight and somebody hit him. His head hit the bumper. I think that's one thing started it.
Probably.
But he was good. I liked him. Like I said, he's my hero. And so we took care of him till he died. He just do what he wanted to do. He'd get out here and walk to Johnson Center. He started out walking anywhere. She used to take him to the doctor up to VA. And he seemed to get along. He's out here every morning and night to eat breakfast. And I had him, he used to go over to the store and get stuff, and I told him let him have stuff, something to eat or whatever they want, and I'd pay him. And I did. And some of these people that lived up here, their mom is mostly daddy, or his stepdaddy. They was mean as the devil. They'd take everything he had, and I finally was able to get that little trailer, and they moved it out here for him. So we'd watch him. People would just come in up there and steal everything he had. But he'd give it to them if they wanted.
Yeah. Take advantage of a kind
Yeah.
heart.
They didn't care. Some of them still is up there. Anything I was telling you about Berthel, he'd come down here and apologize. And I told him I'd forgot about it when it happened.
Yeah.
But he turned out to be a pretty good boy. I had good friends with his daddy. He does it for us. Yeah, I liked his daddy. He'd do anything for us. He finally got straightened out and got him a pretty good job, I think. John runs into him sometimes. You know where he worked at the tar place.
Yeah.
Him and John talks a lot. He never did bother us either. Live up there. We stay down here. We don't visit much either like people used to. But his father-in-law at the time, he had mean as the devil, and he'd stir up trouble if he could. I think somebody said he'd straightened up. I think he's on oxygen now. But he's all right. We used to go up there and get cattle, and he'd get up there on the hill. They lived on the hill. He'd get up there and throw rocks at us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. They's like us. They mean the devil. They was a little older than we were. Daddy and some of them people was working on the church up there, and he come through and they yagged it on, told us to get on and beat shit out.
Oh my goodness.
Me and Frankie did. We were both smaller than him. We ganged up on him and beat shit. We didn't hurt him, but
Taught him a lesson.
just beat up on him a little bit. They stood up there and watched it. Daddy wasn't that kind of man, but nobody didn't give him no shit.
That's good.
Yeah, one of them pulled a gun up there on him. They got into it for something. He took it, grabbed it out of their hand, and broke it right there in front.
Wow. That's like some ninja moves. That's some Walker Texas Ranger moves right there.
He's a good man. He's calm, but he just wouldn't take nothing.
Yeah.
He pushed it a little bit. He'd do something about it. But that was good, I guess. He used to be some people up there. They're mean. They steal and everything else. But Daddy always got along with all of them. They used to go up there and visit them of the night. They'd walk up there and sit there and talk for hours. All they could. Stay till dark and we'd come home. But he's a good man. Like all of us back in his younger days, he drank a little bit. And sometimes he'd go up on the field, work, take his team of horses and work all day and eat. I remember most of the time he used to take a gallon jug of water on the horse and on one side and set it in the shade and have him a jar of liquor on the other side. But it never interfered with his work.
Right.
That's old moonshine.
That's that harsh stuff.
Strong stuff.
If you could run a car on it, you know it's strong.
Yeah, he never did drive. And he used to have a car and he's younger, but I never remember him having a car.
How'd you get to the grocery store?
Huh?
How do you get to the grocery store?
They take him. Somebody take him.
Somebody take them?
Mom liked to go to town on Saturday and she'd get what she needed. He'd go sometime and sit there on the corner and talk to some old man. Them old man, he'd talk to anybody. They just sit there and tell tales and stuff.
Did your mom and dad get along pretty good? Did they have a good marriage?
Like everybody else, they have a few arguments. But overall, they worked it out.
So
They had married 49 years when she died.
Let me fix your oxygen thing here because it's kind of pulling at you, and that may be why.
I miss it sometimes. I ain't used to it.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, just as long as it's in the face.
Let's see. Is that better?
Yeah. Seems like it that they used to have in there. It got a little longer hose on it. I mean,
like the nose hose?
Nose hose. Of course, I wear a mask.
That helps keep it on.
Usually wear a mask.
Yeah.
What they call CPAC.
Yeah.
I've got it, but if I need it, then nurse said I didn't need it if I don't want more.
You've been sleeping really good without it. Do you feel like you're rested? When you wake up, do you feel like you're rested and like you slept good?
Doctor put me on it because he checked me out and up at that sleeping place. And stayed up there one night and they decided I needed it. Sometimes I'd stop breathing through the night.
Yeah.
He said that's dangerous. Said most people had a heart attack through the night. That was dangerous. And that thing just kept everything open.
Yeah.
But I reckon that thing I'm wearing now, I think it does the purpose. They checked me one night here at home, I think. And they said I need a little more oxygen. They had bought my machine out here and hooked it to it.
Well, they said when the nurse came yesterday that your oxygen was good,
Yeah,
so that's good.
that I pay rent on that and we got in there, but if I don't need, they know just keep it.
Yeah, we need to tell Mama to call them, tell them come get it so you don't have to pay for it anymore.
Yeah, I told her she's gonna call them and have them pick it up. Getting this thing over here too,
Yeah.
they charge a big price. I think they charge the insurance $300 a month for one of them things.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need to tell them to come get it so they quit charging you for that.
But
That's
I
a lot
don't
of
need
money.
it, I ain't gonna keep it.
That's right.
I had it for years and I got a discount. They give me a hardship discount.
Yeah.
You have to fill everything out at the end of the year and mail it in, how much you make, how much you pay out, and that'd be a big relief.
Yeah.
You don't need it, might as well get rid of it.
Yeah, we'll try to remind Mama to take care of that today before they take it out again. Did they take it out on the 1st of every month?
No, I pay for it. They send me a bill every month and I pay for it.
Okay.
It just, last year I just paid $9.20 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
This year I've been paying 23. It up a little bit. I don't know whether it got ever all checked out or not. But they had to check it out and check all the paperwork. But
Papa, you look really tired. Why don't you lay back and take your nap before everybody starts coming over, and that way you're rested before you start having visitors.
Pretty cool out on the porch.
Yeah, you want me to take you out there?
I like to go out there and sit a while.
I'll take you out there. Let me get everything out of the way here.
Air
Watch out,
feels
Bella.
good when you need it, but I like to sit out there and look around.
That sounds good. Let me-
Nosy, see everything that's going on.
I'm gonna go ahead and take your oxygen off until we get you moved, so we don't trip over
Yeah,
it.
I'm